Why I didn't think to do this a year ago is beyond me. It's delicious. Oh, so good. Okay. I'm having a mocha. I'm such a coffee head. I'm having a mocha frappe, frappuccino, whatever you want to call it. My hair looks so short since she cut my deads off. Like it's literally, it was way longer. Anyway, she cut the dead hair off. But this is better than the coffee house. I just, getting myself all wet for you guys. 7 o'clock at night. Let's have an espresso. Why not? Oh, why not? Let's take a moment to share. Speaking of espresso, I've got espresso powder all over my phone. Hello. Let's talk about it. Hello. Let's talk about it. Hi, Elspeth. How are you? Take a moment to share out. I appreciate all of you so much for doing that. You guys are swell. You're some of my favorite people. Why, thank you, White Sydney. Names that people come up with are literally hilarious. White Sydney Bean. That is probably one of the best YouTube names that I've seen in a very, very long time. I love it. Look at this, y'all. Y'all, my gosh. Look how awesome that YouTube name is. What the fuck? You had to go and ruin it by being a pervert. You know? You had to go and ruin it. I was really enjoying your company. Why you gotta be like that? It's too bad. It's too bad. It's a big shame. Bye. Sheldon. Well, Sheldon, my goodness. So I said I applied a few different places, right? I did apply to different places. Hold on a second. I can't do two things at once, even though that's one of the things I said that I could do at my job interview. That's funny. I'm a liar. Gosh. I can multitask. No, I can't. No, I cannot. Oh, my Lord. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm drinking espresso. Can you tell? Oh, shit. So I don't know if y'all saw there was a too much coffee. I don't know if y'all saw the comments from the from the YouTube person who's White Sydney Bean, but anyway, they got perverted real quick, so they got banned. But the name White Sydney Bean is hilarious to me. I think that's funny as hell. Anyway, here we are. Here we are. I am a. That's right. That is right. Hello, Tina. How are you? Okay, so Sheldon, the deal is, my very, 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 probably my best friend, my very good friend, said she had a friend that worked for a company that did online stuff that's like work from home. So she gave me a referral to the company, and I've been emailing back and forth with them. And they are medical claims adjusters. That's what they're hiring for. So, long story short, I'm doing that process with them. And I have to take part in a Microsoft Teams meeting on Monday. And I have a tentative start date of December 4th. We'll see what happens, right? Who knows? If I'm meant to have the job, I'll have the job. If I'm not meant to have the job, I won't have the job. And that's the way it is, right? But I have not heard anything back from the hospital that I interviewed at, which is really strange because they really loved me. They were like, oh, and, practically besties with me. But let's talk about this. Y'all know that I would be working from home from 7 to 3:30, which is perfect. Perfect. I won't have to miss any of Emma's activities, her plays or her choir concerts or anything like that. How are you, Brooke? I haven't seen you in such a long time. Goodness. Okay, so that's what's going on with that. So medical claims adjuster for a company that does medical claims adjusting for Aetna. Let's talk about this. So my genius. Okay, let me back up. So there's a coffee house. Hey, Vanessa, the friend I was just talking about. So there's a coffee house down the street that Emma and I go to, the Sturgis Coffee House. We love their frappuccinos. Since we moved here, they have raised the price of their beverages. It used to be $11 for us both to get a large frappuccino with whipped cream and whatever. It used to be $11, and I would give a nice tip, and everything was swell. But now we go and we get the large frappuccino, and it's only, I've only been here a year and a half. Now we go, I get the large frappuccino, give the same size tip, and it's almost $20 for 2 drinks. So it's like $8 a drink now instead of $5. And I'm like, that's kind of an excessive increase. And they said it was because the syrups cost more money, but I don't get syrup in mine. Whatever. So I decide I'm going to make my own frappuccinos. Kitty, don't start your baloney. Look, no. She's like, I'm at the door. No. So I decide I'm not paying that for coffees, but I really still love that we can get coffees, even though Emma's doesn't have coffee in hers because she doesn't drink coffee. So I'm like, what am I going to do? So I go on Amazon and I Google, chocolate frappe because she doesn't have coffee. They have Ghirardelli chocolate frappe, and then they have the mocha frappe that has coffee in it. So I buy a container of each. I already had the almond syrup because Emma loves almond syrup. And I already had like instant espresso. Voila. Mocha frappuccino with a shot of espresso in my Ninja. I just whooped it up in the Ninja. It's not that hard. And here I am. It was $22 for the big, huge container of frappe mix. You mix a little teeny shot of milk and some ice, and ta-da! And they're charging me $8 a cup. No, not anymore. Mine's better, just so you know. It's so good. The interview went great, but I haven't heard back from them. But they did interview me for a long time. Sorry, my nose is running. It's either itchy or running with you guys. What's up with that? Okay. We got lots of coffee coming in. We're going to be wide awake. For tonight. So what are we doing, guys? We're doing donation-based readings tonight. So whatever you can afford, you send what you can afford. Why am I getting notifications for your group, Vanessa? Why? Send what you can afford. That's the chance they take. As they lose business, they will realize, yeah, well, they might. Yeah. Yeah, it's a legitimate company. I have two local kind of friends who legit type up medical records or doctor reports through a company. The doctors hire many scams, likely, but some legit. Oh yeah, it's a legit company. Yeah, it is a legitimate company. I swear, every time I turn around, I'm getting a notification that somebody's trying to put somebody in your group, and I'm like, ugh. Bye, Sheldon. Have a wonderful night. I'm glad you don't need me anymore. I'm always glad when people don't need me anymore. I mean, I like when people would come and hang out with me and chit chat and so on and so forth, but I'm always glad when people kind of vibrate to their own thing. I think that's kind of really cool, actually. And Facebook shares memories of things from like a year ago or 2 years ago, or many years ago, and there's always people involved that I just don't see anymore. People that don't watch my lives anymore, or people that for whatever reason, and I'm just like, that's okay. Yeah, well, it is what it is, Elspeth. Normally it's just a cup of coffee, but this time it is a frozen coffee drink, which is better. I do need to invest in some reusable straws. Anyway, it's the only top 20 people or something they show your stuff to. I know it's ridiculous. It's really silly because I go on Facebook nowadays. I don't know how the experience is for all of you. But when I turn Facebook on, yeah, that's what I'm saying, the reusable ones, the silicone ones that you can just clean out. When I go on Facebook nowadays, all it is ads, 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 companies, big pages, they're sharing all this stuff. I never see anybody's content anymore. It's like, yeah, I never see any of my friends' stuff. It's just a paid page share or whatever, or advertisements. That's all I see on Facebook nowadays. It's like you go on there to see your friends and socialize and stuff, but you're not actually seeing your friends. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's very strange. Don't talk to me. I'm busy. I'm busy. Okay. I just see this pimple is literally not going away. I'm gonna put toothpaste on it, y'all, but my toothpaste is black, and that's why I've got the black charcoal toothpaste. That's why I was like, maybe I shouldn't. Anyways, everyone's trying to everyone is trying to monetize, not me. I've made one Facebook reel, and it was because I was outdoor dashing and somebody had a fucking bird just chilling out in the planter in front of their door. I'm like, what are you doing here? I recently had done. I'm having a hard time to recover. Sending you lots of love, Tina, and sending you lots of healing green light. Okay, sending lots and lots and lots of healing energy to you. Okay. Hi, Morgan. I am having a great night. It's always a great night when coffee's involved. Windex. I thought about it, Vanessa. Hi, Sherry. So glad you could make it. What was I talking about? Went on a lunch. Well, it wasn't lunch. I went on a coffee date this morning with somebody. Of course, it's coffee. They invited me to coffee, and I'm like, of course, I'm going to go to coffee. I mean, who turns down coffee? Nobody. So I go to Starbucks, and I meet this guy, attractive guy. Okay. But he's got long fingernails. And he says almost immediately, almost like the first thing he says is, "I gotta cut my nails." And I think to myself, it only takes a second. Why didn't you do that before you left the house? And then I thought to myself, wait a minute. These are very long fingernails. He's just now noticing that he needs to cut them. Like, how long is reasonable to this man? Because any length past this is not reasonable for a man. That's my opinion. That is strictly my opinion. That is my preference, if you will. My preference is that a man doesn't grow his nails like a woman does. Yes, I'm doing gender assignment, my personal preference. So it was an immediate ick for me. Immediate. Like, ugh, I don't do long nails on a guy. That's kind of gross. And is it just me? Let's get personal. Let's get personal. Let's say this a little quietly so Emma doesn't hear me. But I see a man's long fingernails and I'm like, I don't want those near any of this. I don't want Freddy Krueger all up in my business. Ugh, that's a no for me. That's right. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. No, that is a no for me. Hi, Angie. So, yeah. So I sat and I had coffee. Straight facts. Am I the only one that thinks that way? No. Apparently, Vanessa that way too. Straight facts. That is a hard pass for me. Like my cat's trying to get into. If you even don't do it. Don't do it. Just lay down and be good. Yes. Oh, she just can't. I feel like that girl with the emu, or is it an emu? Don't do it. I feel like that right now. But anyway, so that was a hard pass for me. It was long fingernails. It was immediate hard pass. Then he starts talking about how he doesn't have a job right now. Second red flag. No, thank you, Travis. Really. And then all he talked about for an hour was all the different types of women that he's met online dating. And at one point, he even went into so much detail about some girl that he read her text messages out loud, which who does that on a first date? Who does that? So I drank my coffee as fast as I could. And I was like, whew, look at the time. I gotta go. I gotta go. So it was so nice to meet you though. Yeah. My goodness. It's one of those things, man. It's one of those things that I'm just like, hard pass for me. That is a hard pass. I am not desperate enough for that. No, not even a little bit. It was the fingernails for me, honestly. His fingernails were like this long. Wait, I don't know if you can see correctly, but like they came out to here and I couldn't stop looking at him. Like, God. Could you imagine the damage those could do? Ugh. He's looking for a sugar mama. It's not for the It's not for the faint of heart. Look at this idiot. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Oh my god. Some people. Oh shit. Jesus, what is going on? Did he have nail polish on? No, thank God. Because if he did, I would have been like, this really isn't gonna work. Like as soon as he sat down, I bought my own coffee before he got there, but I really would have been like, I'm sorry, this isn't for me. I don't care what color nail polish it is. It's not for me. I don't want no man taking my shit. You know, don't take my nail polish. Don't take my beauty care products. You use your own things. Hi, Natasha. The crazies are crawling out of the woodwork. Is it a full moon? Is it a new moon? Is it? Hold on, let's look. Full moon. November 27th. Well, I don't know what's going on, where all these crazy people are coming from. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, psh. Carrie says, spot on last night. I need to forgive. And I tried, but I don't think he understood due to recent medical issue. Oh, well, it doesn't matter if he receives it. It only matters what comes from your heart, Carrie. Okay? You didn't even have to tell him. Okay? Natasha, I went on a coffee date with a man this morning. A Tinder guy's like, hey, you want to get a coffee? And I was like, why not? I go and I meet him at Starbucks. I'm sitting there. I got my coffee. He walks in, attractive man, kind of pale, if I think about it. But anyways, he comes over and he's got long fingernails. And I was like, nope, not for me. So we were talking about if I'm the only one that thinks about long fingernails on a man and the damage that they can do to your hoo-ha. You know, very gross, very gross. And then he told me he was in between jobs, that he worked in the oil field, but he was in between jobs. And then he started talking about all the women that he had met online dating, all the different kinds of women and the fake profiles. And then he started talking about this one girl, even like a week ago, that gave him her phone number. And then after they flirted and he tried to make a date with her, she sent him a text message and said that she had changed her mind and she just wanted to be friends and she wasn't ready to date or change anything in her life. He read the text message to me. Read it to me. Text message from another lady. I honestly thought it was a very nice text message. I thought it's something I would have written myself. Very, very kind and considerate. But it was a very strange coffee date. It was immediate no. Immediate no. Xana, of course you can. Of course you can have a reading. What are we looking at here? Love reading. A love reading. So I immediately saw the Romance Angel Oracle decks. So I'm going to get that for you. I don't know. He complained. He literally was a complainer. He complained the whole time. The man didn't smile, not once. And that's something I noticed too. Like, I notice when people don't smile because I'm a very smiley person. And I'm over there just smiling and talking and being the life of the party as usual. And not even a crack. Not even a crack, not even cracking a smile. I'm hilarious. God. Let's see what we got for Xana. I think I need to get Karen, don't give up. That he didn't laugh at all. Didn't laugh, didn't smile. Did not, he was just so not for me. And he was, he'd just come up from Texas. We're not all created equal down there, is what I'm saying. No. I'm going to put that card back and let's see if it comes out again. Let's see what happens. Xana, are you currently seeing someone? If you would like a reading tonight, these are donation based. He's a serial killer, just hasn't been caught yet. Honestly, I don't know. If only he knew we would all be laughing. I mean, he kept that girl's messages. God knows how many people he showed it to. Bagmont, Texas. Elspeth, your mind is in the gutter. I said that and a card flew out. Okay, well, we're going to do a reading for Miss Xana. She sent a donation for a love reading. Let's find out what's going on with her. I did. I absolutely made it as soon as he sat down and I saw his long fingernails. Oof. Tonight's readings are donation based. You said what you can afford, and I will give you a reading of equal energy. Okay. Ms. Xana, are you in a relationship? If you click on more, if you click on my face on a smartphone, the description box should pop up for you and tell you the 4 different pay apps names or whatever. Okay. Ms. Xana, are you currently in a relationship? No, I'm not. Okay. Well, I got 3 cards for you. The first one that came out was stay optimistic about your love life. The second one that came out was love yourself first. Okay. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And the last one that came out, talking about online dating, flirt with people. I mean, extend your lighthearted energy to other people. Okay, so first of all, we all know that I've been on a self-love journey. You were talking to a guy, but you don't think that's going to, I don't think it's going to work either. Let's not worry about him. I'd have asked him why there was no polish on his claws. They were. And it doesn't even matter that, like, as soon as I sat down, he was like, I need nails. Like, you can't honestly tell me that you're just now noticing your own hands for weeks. I mean, that's how long they were. They were long. And if you're going to have a coffee with a sexy lady, which I am, you would think that that's one of the things that you would do. That's grooming, right? That's grooming yourself, not other people. Grooming yourself. Like, what? Okay, Morgan, I will write you down, girl. And this is for your sister, Catherine. Okay, Catherine. Okay, Xana. So we know that I've been on a self-love journey, okay? And so these cards are telling you that you need to do that. You need to spend more time on your self-love journey because obviously there's people circling like vultures. There will always be men that circle like vultures, or whatever you're interested in, that circle like vultures. Does that mean that they're right for you? No. No, it doesn't. It just means that they're willing to take you how you are. And I don't think that's always a good thing. Because sometimes we're not the best versions of ourselves yet. And if we're not the best versions of ourselves, we're attracting somebody who's also not the best version of themselves. Right? And it's like, do I want that version of that person, or do I want to wait for a better version of person to come along? Like I personally am like, I'm getting a really good idea of exactly what I want. You're like, oh, you have such nice hands. Let me take a picture. He didn't, though. I don't know. He had those fingernails that are like flat and they look kind of like staples. You know what I'm talking about? That's not attractive to me. I don't know why. I just knew immediately that he was not for me. Just take a candid that you should have. Like, this is why there will not be at a second date, right? Yeah. Oh, Abby's got her mammogram scheduled. Nice. I'm happy. I'm happy to hear that, Abby. That's wonderful. That makes me very happy. Casper, you're just in time. We're all done talking about the coffee date I had this morning. We're all done. Don't worry about it. But this is what I'm telling to you, Xana. Like, you can flirt with people without trying to be in a relationship. And honestly, flirting is an art form. You know, being flirtatious is kind of like a power move. Especially if you're not doing it to win somebody's affection, just doing it to practice. Practice makes perfect. Right? Okay, Morgan, where is your sister, Catherine? Is Catherine here? Is she going to watch with us? Aw, no, that's good. That's good, right? And because you've been doing some things to take care of your liver. I don't remember what I told you to do. That was channeled information. I have no idea. Hi, Catherine. So do you have a question, Catherine, or an area that you would like me to look at for you? Hi, Linda. Blessed be to you. If you would like a reading tonight, these are donation-based. Just pay whatever you can afford, and I'll give you a reading in kind. Not specifically. Ooh, I love when I get to just see what the universe wants you to know. That's my favorite. Also, mocha frappuccino. With a shot of espresso. Okay. Let's get wired. You know, I love me some coffee. What do we have for Catherine? What does Catherine need to know right now? Okay. So I'm hearing something about your ability to single out the most important detail. When somebody's telling you something, it's like, you know, they could be rambling on and you pick out the one important part of all of that and you say that to them. Okay. This is like a communication style. That's a gift. Not everybody can do that. Sometimes people get lost in all of the chatter in conversation. Okay. But if you can sit there and you can just get to the heart of the problem, you know, that's a gift. Not everybody can do that, Catherine. Like, you know exactly what people are trying to say. Oh, I got a card that's backwards here. Which one is this? Eight of Cups in reverse. So I'm also hearing like you're the kind of person that cannot leave a situation until you have exhausted all options. That's like me. I get it. I get it. She needs to see things through. She's not a quitter in any way. She's trying to bring peace and harmony to the situation. She's trying to get everything back in balance. And I can't give up until I've tried everything. Six of Swords in reverse, refusing to walk away, refusing to leave, refusing to give up. Eight of Cups in reverse. It's not time. I'm not ready. It's not done yet. I'm getting lots of deja vu here. Right, yeah, I was thinking about just putting the relationship department of my life on hold and just have fun. I'm tired of dating, to be honest, especially online. Thank you for the reading, Missy. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Just like concentrate on yourself for a while. Because remember, when you were doing that before, like life was starting to get good, right? Like I think you were going to the gym, weren't you? You were taking better care of yourself. You were concentrating on fixing what you can fix, right? And that's what we need to do. We need to concentrate on fixing what we can fix. We don't have to fix everything about ourselves all at once, but just pick one thing that you think you could be better of yourself, whether it be mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Just pick one thing and work on that for a little while and see how your life changes, So the Page of Cups in reverse coming out under the Eight of Cups. Not only are you not ready to walk away, you still have a lot more energy that you want to pour into this situation. You feel like, I don't know if this is a relationship or what this is for you, Catherine, but it's like you are not ready to give up. You still have love for this person, the situation, whatever it is. You still have a desire to fix this. You feel like it's within your power, in your grasp. Like you have the ability to heal this, to bring this family together, to bring this back into wholeness. Is she mistaken or is she right? Four of Pentacles. You're holding on. You're definitely holding on to something, Catherine. You're clinging. What are we clinging to? I swear if I get an Ace of Swords in reverse. Five of Swords in reverse, Catherine. Five of Swords. You refuse to lose. You refuse to fail. You refuse to let go. Hello, Miss Chandra. How are you, my darling? Oh, I'm your lady now, too? Taken after Miss Danielle. How are you, my love? And the Queen of Cups. You're so emotionally invested in this. You're so emotionally connected to this person. It's almost like a trauma bond. You've convinced yourself that this is, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in your life, but I'm resonating with this message from my past relationship. You've convinced yourself that you can save this person, that you can heal this person, that if you just keep trying, no matter what, you'll get to the other side. Danielle blocked you? Oh no, why? Why would she block you? You're lovely. That's weird. Lisa. I'm trying to think where it all fits. Interesting. So this can be if you're in a career, let's just say, if you're in a job that you have given your all to and it still makes you so incredibly unhappy. That's like a trauma bond. Okay. That's like a trauma bond with a career, with a job. You're tied to it. You've married yourself to it. And no matter what, you're going to do this. No matter what, you're going to stay at this job. I've worked here for 18 years. I'm going to retire here, even though you're friggin' miserable. Or a relationship where it's like, things have not been good in this relationship for quite some time, as in I don't smile around this person. I'm not excited to see this person. This person irritates the shit out of me. I just don't even like them anymore, but I'm going to stick with it because we're married and we've been together for X amount of years, or we've been together for this amount of years, whether we're married or not, and we have children. Or it could be a toxic parent. It could be a parent that has always treated you a certain type of way, and it's super frustrating and disrespectful to you as an adult, but you still tolerate it, because you feel like you can fix it. You feel like you can bring balance and peace to the situation. You feel like no matter what, they need you. You're holding on. 6 of Swords in reverse, past the mental expiration date. 8 of Cups in reverse, past the emotional expiration date. And what happens, y'all? What happens when we hold on to something past its expiration date? Anyone? Show of hands. Anyone? What happens in our life when we hold on to something past its expiration date? Oh, the usual people follow. It festers and it gets diseased. That's right. And what happens after that? We have our tower moments. Our tower moments that lead us to clarity, but things have to fall apart because they're not supposed to be. And that's what I'm seeing for you, Catherine. There is something going on in your life right now that needs to fall apart, but you're so desperately trying to keep it together. For example, you can't afford your mortgage payments, but you've lived there for so many years and you just can't afford it anymore. And you're desperately trying to do everything you can to pay your mortgage payment when it would be easier if you just moved into a smaller place. If you sold the house, took whatever money you're going to make off of it because the market's ridiculous right now, and moved into a smaller place, Like we're holding so desperately to the past. We're holding so desperately to what we wanted 10 years ago, 5 years ago, however many weeks ago. It doesn't matter. But like sometimes that's not how it's supposed to be. Sometimes what we desperately want to happen is not what's in our best interest. And that is true. That's right, Elspeth. It poisons you. And you have a tower moment. I can't even see the tower card in here. I don't know where it is. It's not showing me. But that's what I have for you, Catherine. So let me know. Amen, skis. Let me know if that resonates for you in any way. And if it doesn't resonate for you right now, it might be something that's coming up for you in the near future that you need to keep an eye on. Like, oh, wait a minute. This is no longer serving me. Even though I feel so tied to it, even though I'm clinging desperately to it, this job, this idea, this person, this relationship of any kind is no longer serving me. This friendship is no longer serving me. Oh, this is so delicious. Oh my God. Such a foodie. This is just so delicious. I don't want it to disappear. I don't want it to be gone, but it's just so good. So tasty. Yes. It is. I made it. It's a mocha frappuccino with a shot of espresso. I bought frappe powder. I bought frappe powder online on Amazon, some Ghirardelli's. And I added some milk and some instant espresso to the mocha frappe and some ice, and it's absolutely amazing. Hallelujah. We had our coffee. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. If somebody wants to get a reading tonight, I'm all hyped up on caffeine. Not really hyped up, but you know what I mean. I am on the caffeine. Best thing you ever did, yeah. Yeah, I mean it's a last ditch effort. I mean, I honestly feel like it should be the last thing you do, but if you try everything else and nothing else works, absolutely file bankruptcy. I mean, I hate the tax system. I think it's just a bunch of fraud anyway. I hate the credit system. You're always in debt no matter what. Life is just a box of rocks. And every time you bite one, you break a tooth. I don't know. Gonna go donate. Don't ask for something that makes sense tonight, Chandra, because it's definitely not coming out of me. Weird ass freaking. What? I'm not making any sense. It's fine. I'm getting this deck for Chandra. We're gonna do the Wisdom of the Oracle for her. I feel like that would be a good one for her. Not is anybody. If you would like to get a reading tonight, all readings are donation based. Please send what you can afford, and I will do a reading for you. Hello, Lisa. So it is necessary. I understand. Hi, Rose. Tonight we're doing donation-based readings. You get what you pay for. Fun times. Okay. Today I said farewell to my friend. I'm so sorry to hear that, Lisa. All right. I got you, Chandra. Do you have a question for the cards? Or whatever they want to tell you. Just so you know, I was told to pull out this deck for you, the Wisdom of the Oracle. Do you have this deck? With the seashells on it? And the face inside the sheesh. Do you have this deck? Whatever they have to say, please. You don't? Oh, my. Okay. I got you, Rose. Miss Rose. I got you, Rose. I'm sorry to hear that, Lisa. That's terrible. It's definitely really hard. It's going to be hard for a while, but eventually it'll get easier, okay? Don't lose hope. What do we have for Miss Chandra? What does Chandra need to know today? Whoop, there we go. Ha! All right. We got that card. Why don't, instead of shuffling them, why don't we just do it like this? Let's see what we got. Anyone else hear this? So hungry. So hungry all of a sudden. Are you hungry? You're hearing heavy breathing. Huh. That's weird. Let's see what we got. Sun card in reverse. 4 of Wands. King of Pentacles. 3 of Cups in reverse. 7 of Pentacles. And the Judgment card in reverse. Interesting. Stopped for now. Weird. Okay, I'm going to read the Oracle card last. Okay. Going to read the Oracle card last. You have the Sun card in reverse coming out with the 4 of Wands. It feels to me like there is, I don't necessarily want to call it peace, but it feels like a peaceful period of time with somebody right now. I feel like this might be with your husband because you do have the King of Pentacles coming out with the 3 of Cups in reverse. I don't know if you've not been able to spend a lot of time with him lately, or you've gotten to spend more time with him lately, because the 3 of Cups in reverse is about solitude, and the King of Pentacles next to that is indicating loud, heavy breathing. That is really weird. Are you sure it wasn't my cards? Like, because I was doing this. Was it my cards? So you have the King of Pentacles next to the 3 of Cups in reverse, like I said. And this is all about solitude, being alone, being the only one possibly making a living. Lisa, we're not in a reading for you, sweetheart. I hope so. My King of Pentacles needs to relax a bit. No, it was for sure deep breathing. That is so weird. That is so very strange. Okay. Well, maybe somebody wanted to give you a message, Miss Chandra. And it's probably because he feels like he's the only one, making a living right now, because you were trying to do, right? You're trying to do like tarot cards on full time. Is that what you're trying to do right now? And you have the 7 of Pentacles under that with the Judgment in the reverse. And it just feels to me like maybe he doesn't have enough faith in you, enough faith in your ability to make a living with the 7 of Pentacles, to grow your income with underneath the King of Pentacles. Okay. It seems like he needs to have more faith in you. I also take care of the kids, though. Yeah, absolutely. That is a full-time job in itself. Anyone who says being a stay-at-home mom is not a full-time job can go suck an egg. It is definitely a full-time job. I feel like you're happier, okay, with the Sun card in reverse and the 4 of Wands. Like, this is you. You're thrilled. You're thrilled to be home. You're thrilled to be able to spend time with your children. Like, you're happy. He might not be thrilled because he's feeling a little more pressure, right? Well, I mean, I stayed at home with my kids until they went to school. So, I think you're doing the right thing. But it just feels like there's a possible, underlying current of he wishes there was that second income. Okay. And so he might feel kind of alone in the financial responsibility sector. Um, and it might be putting some pressure on him mentally, emotionally, whatever. But let's look at this card, which is regeneration. Okay, card number 46. But it just feels to me like there might be some underlying tension here. Okay. I don't think you're feeling it. I think he's feeling it. 46, where are you? That's 50. That's 44. 46. Yeah, it just feels like some underlying tension and that he's definitely missing your income, feeling the full stress of it. But you can tell him that Misty said it's the man's job to provide for the family. And it's the woman's job to raise the children. And I'm sure every woman likes to hear that. That's my opinion. It's just my opinion. I'm a traditionalist. Okay? I believe in the nuclear family. I'm a traditional person. Old-fashioned, I guess you could say. Regeneration. Let's read her and weep. New opportunities. Second chances are available to you now. Kitty, why? How'd you get in here, Jack? Have you been in here the whole time? Oh, you're such a troublemaker. Don't be a troublemaker. Jackson. I don't trust him. Okay. Sorry about that. I thought there was only one kitty in here. There's two kitties in here. Okay. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you may have perceived as a failure or loss is now being replaced. Don't fight, Jackson. I'm telling you, these two. Jackson, stop it. Yes, I'm doing something. Go lay down. Oh my God. Something better and more powerful growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Okay. Step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. So this is you feeling completely at ease. Like, this is where I should have been all along. I'm completely at home here. This is perfect for me. And the universe is like, yes, queen. It is. It is where you belong. It is perfect for you. Life is going to bring you lemonade. Or orange juice. Orange juice is okay too. Why does it always have to have lemons in it? Relationship message. The world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss, and in this moment, you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel it? Love is rising up in you. Prosperity is coming into your life. Okay? Your husband needs to have a little more faith in your abilities. I told you a long time ago, I think you are capable of amazing things. Absolutely. You are exactly where you need to be. Your husband needs to have a little more faith in you. Okay? You're a beautiful, beautiful shard of God's source light. And I think that people who truly love you want you to be happy. Right? Parent for Forget what okie meant. Forget what the okay. Parenthood should be treated as a mutual experience. I'm not saying that it is not, but the woman is the nurturer and the man is the provider, and that is the way it's always been, and that's the way that works. The second that we stop doing that nuclear family, society starts to fall apart, and look where we are now. Women hate men and men hate women, and nobody's having babies. It's going to be the end of existence. We need to go back to ways that actually work. Finding the balance in your life. Oh my Lord. Would you quit? You are such a troublemaker. Go on, Jackson. No, get out of here. Go on out of here, you pain in the butt. I don't know why. I don't know why he has to taunt her so much. He's such a turd. He is such a turd. That's right. That's right. The mother and the father, the nuclear family. The nuclear family. That's right. Thank you very much. So, it is what it is. I think that you just need to follow your heart, Chandra, and I think everything is going to fall into place for you. You just have to continue to do what makes your heart happy. All right? There's that Four of Wands coming out again. There it is with this. These cards were not together when I stuck them in there, but now they are together with the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, okay? Do what makes your heart happy and things will grow and progress and mature. Okay, so don't stress. For some reason I feel unimportant if contributing traditionally is contributing in the home as a mother, as a nurturer, to raise your children. That's traditionally. So do what makes you feel important, because it's an extremely important job. Okay, why are you guys tormenting me? Can you stop it? Maybe I'll let Jack back in here so he can shut you up, Lucky. I think don't listen to the child, whoever the child is that is saying anything about you. Children don't know shit about anything, first of all. Kids don't get to have an opinion about parenting until they're parents. Then they can have an opinion about parenting their own children. Okay? They don't get to decide what makes you a good parent until they can put on those shoes for a year. Don't listen to a thing they say about it. They know nothing. That'd be like monkeys telling you about geometry. They know nothing about geometry. Why would you listen to them? You know? She's listening to, well, she doesn't need to listen to him. Ask her, what does she know about being a mother? What does he know about being a mother? My adult children are like, oh, Mom, you yelled at us the one time. Oh, you try. You try being a mother to two teenagers who are so lazy they won't even shower, and tell me you don't lose your temper at some point. You try. You do better than me. But until you have children, shut your fucking mouth. Ugh. Parenthood is hard, guys. It's really freaking hard. So being a stay-at-home mom, the hardest job there is. That's right. It's a constant learning process. Absolutely. You are absolutely right. Can I look back over my 28 years of parenting and say I could have done things differently? Hell yeah. Absolutely. Did I do what I thought was right at the time? Hell yeah. Absolutely. So Absolutely. Absolutely. So, there's no handbook. It's the parenting experience is different for every single person. It shouldn't be, but it is. And it's because of our own upbringing. It's because of the way that we were raised and programmed. Okay. Things that we experience that we want to compare, things that we experience that we want to contrast as adults. Okay. We take all of our experiences and we decide how we're going to use them, to influence our own children as adults. Right. So it's different for every single person because we all have different experiences with our parents. And that's just the way it is. Okay. So it's easier than staying at home. Being a stay-at-home mom is so much harder. It is. It is. Being a stay-at-home mom is really hard, because you're a stay-at-home mom and you have to keep your house clean and you have to feed your family because that's all part of it, right? Mm-hmm. There's so much involved. You have to cart kids around. You have to raise them right. You have to give them good morals and good ethics. And there's so much involved in being a stay-at-home mom if you want to do it right. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Kelly. So just keep that in mind, Chandra, okay? Don't let them tell you anything. I'm sorry your husband is feeling the stress of being the man of the house. Oh my God. But you're feeling the stress of being the woman of the house. Your job doesn't end at 5 o'clock. Your job is 24/7. You don't get to stop being a mom. So he can just deal with that. He can deal with his job stress, the financial stress. You're dealing with a lot of other stuff. I think it equals out. I think it balances. All right. So I hope that helps you, dear. And don't deal with being the underdog. Who said anything about being an underdog? I disagree. Who said anything about being an underdog? Why do you have to be an underdog to be a provider? That's the most important role. The most important role in the family falls to the man. He has to provide financial security and safety for his family. He has to provide an environment that makes it possible for the woman to nurture the children, to raise them. You can't do that if you don't have a roof over your head. There's no stability. There's no safety. He has the most important job to create the house for the family. Her job is to make it a home. And that's all. That's all. That's all I'm going to say about that. Rose, it's your turn. Me and my antique values. Me and my antique values. Like I said, these are all my opinions because it's my life and I can say what I want. Nobody's going to cancel me for saying I feel like the man should work and the woman should stay at home. I'm not insulting any race. This is my own personal opinion. POV. It's a POV. Okay, let's get back to neutrality. Rose, Miss Ma'am. I mean, if you want to trace back into society when things started falling apart, when did that happen? when women started working. When women left the home and went out into the workforce, everything started to change. Everything. Hello, Miss Rose. Do you have a question? Or just whatever? Just whatever comes through for you. Hi, Janet. Just whatever comes through. He's got to know how much I provide. Oh, he has to. And if he doesn't, why don't you make a list of all the things that you do? Sometimes men are so busy with their job that they don't really know what all that we do. Why don't you make a list of all the things that you do in a day? And why don't you ask him to do all of it one day while he's home? Just do all of it. And you just sit and watch him. See how he feels. It's a little roll of putting the shoe on the other foot. Not going to hurt anyone to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Hi, Elizabeth. Whatever Rose needs to hear tonight. What does Rose need to hear tonight? It's been a couple years, but it did work then. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. My ex-husband. Lisa, why are you bringing this up? First of all, hold on, Rose. Hold on a second. Lisa, my ex-husband, my ex. Come on. Watch me go deep into my closet and find a mountain of cat turds or something because they feel like it's a private water closet. Just joking. Lisa, my ex-husband had an affair with my neighbor as she adores him and I didn't. For sitting on his ass. I don't understand. You were married to a man you didn't like? So you worked and your husband sat at home and he had an affair with your neighbor. And now you're not married anymore. Why are we bringing it up? I'm just wondering. Why did you feel the need to share something that's happened in the past that doesn't have a lot to do with the conversation at hand? Just wondering. He needed to feel respected. Well, then he should have gotten a job and not into your neighbor's pants. That's not about respect. That's disrespect, right? So he just went about it the wrong way. So, okay, Rose. Which one are we taking? This one? Okay. All right, Rose. Okay. Let's see. What does the universe want to tell Rose? Oh, my. There's something here. It feels like there's some kind of indecision surrounding your sense of accomplishment. Okay. Um, it feels to me like there's some type of delay that you are waiting. I don't know if you're waiting for a message, if you're waiting for some kind of epiphany, if you're waiting for your soul to direct you on how to move forward. But it feels to me like we're waiting. We're paused, we're waiting. We cannot decide on how we're going to move forward. This 6 of Wands in reverse kind of feels to me like you want to make sure you're doing the right thing. You want to make sure you're going to get acknowledged. Like you're only going to hear great job. You're not going to hear people saying like, why did you even do that? That doesn't make any sense. Like you don't want to disappoint anyone. You don't want to disappoint anyone. You don't want anyone to feel left out. You don't want anyone to be offended. Okay. That's what I'm seeing with this Knight of Wands in reverse and the Judgment card. Like I'm not trying to offend anyone by my decisions, my actions. I'm trying to do what's right for me. I'm trying to keep the joy in my heart, to keep happiness in my life. And I'm just waiting on this decision. Like I feel like there's a missing puzzle piece here. It feels to me like I just need one more puzzle piece to know exactly how I'm supposed to proceed. You know, that's what it feels like to me. Like I'm not sure. I'm waiting for information. So I'm officially certified for sterile processing and I got the scholarship to continue my education. But I can start my new career if I continue. But I can start my new career if I continue in school. I don't know what would be better for my family. Okay, exactly. You want to do the right thing. You want to make sure that nobody's upset. You want to make sure that this is going to be. I feel like there's a missing puzzle piece. You can't start your career if you continue school. So you want me to tell you what to do? This is about your relationship with your husband. Okay? This is really the conflict that we are experiencing in our relationship. We don't want to make it worse. Excuse me. And there is a conflict. We have the 5 of Wands. This is an ego conflict. This is being triggered by each other. This is like fighting or arguing, or there's some conflict here between you and your partner already pre-existing. And we're not trying to make it worse. So you're waiting for information. You're waiting to see what is okay with him. Have you asked him? Like it feels to me like you're waiting to make, oh yeah, we're in a fight. I definitely see that you're in a fight with the 5 of Wands. It's like it almost feels like you can't, like, it almost feels like no matter what you decide, it's not the right thing. That's what it feels like to me. Like no matter what I decide, someone's going to get upset. Someone will be upset about it no matter what. Right? And it just feels like you're waiting. These are donation readings tonight, Michelle. If you would like some type of reading, please send a donation of whatever you can afford, and I will give you an equal reading in kind. Six of Swords with the Seven of Wands. You need to keep your peace. You need to do what is right for you. You need to keep your inner peace. Okay. It's really hard, especially when you're having a fight with your husband. I know that this has happened once or twice in the past because of work situations or whatever between y'all. But you need to do what's going to give you the most peace. Okay. That's the decision that you need to make. Life is just overwhelming. He says to go to school. Well, finances are tight right now, but they are tight because he decided to go buy a car we can't afford without telling me about it. Oh, there's a lot to unpack in that, Rose. There's a lot to unpack. So you feel like you have to start the career and stop doing school, right? Because of a decision he made without telling you about it. Girl. It seems like this is I feel like I've seen this before. This is a running theme in your relationship where he makes these decisions without consulting you. Is that truly a partnership? I am so thirsty. Talk too much. Come home from work and he has a Harley. What? Yes. This seems to be a running theme. We talked about relationships before that are not equivocal, right? Where we don't have an equal partnership and one person often feels like they're not heard, their needs are not met. I would have been livid too, especially if you're already feeling a financial strain in your relationship. I refuse to participate in karmic cycles. That's right, Elspeth. Rose needs to speak that into existence. I refuse to participate in karmic cycles. But we're holding on to things that we should let go of. I honestly feel like you're waiting for something. That's what it feels like to me. I started last night. Let me say it more frequently. That's right. It really does make a difference. I'm just saying it really does make a difference because when they pop up, you're like, oh, that's a karmic cycle. I don't want anything to do with that. I refuse to participate in that. It's not for me. It might have been for other versions of me, but this version of me is not allowing karmic cycles into my life. Right? I just feel like you're waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're waiting for that make or break moment. Have you already have it? How livid were you? Were you livid enough to put your foot down? He obviously still has the bike. Oy. How livid were you? Some people need all the cards on the table. They need every single card to be dealt in order to know whether or not they have a winning hand. And some people know after one card or two cards or three cards, but she is waiting for the river. bought one because it's final sale. Oh, can't return it. Eesh. Goodness. Y'all can believe that I just had mocha frappuccino, which has coffee in it, with an added shot of espresso, and I am still yawning at 8:30. Gosh darn South Dakota winter. Oh my. My goodness. You need to know what you need to do, what's going to bring peace and harmony into your heart. If you want to continue school, then continue school. If he has to get rid of the motorcycle, then he'll have to get rid of the motorcycle. I mean, that's not a necessity. A motorcycle is not a necessity in a family. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not. Just keep your eye on the prize, Rose. Truly. Keep your eye on the prize. Sandy! It's Sandy's turn. Sandy, do you have a question or just whatever comes through for you? No, it's not. Absolutely. But I do feel like you're waiting for something else to happen before we put our foot down. That's what it feels like to me. It's like you're missing a piece of the puzzle. Spirit guided message. Yes, ma'am. Spirit guided message for Miss Sandy. What does Sandy need to know today? Goodbye, Casper. Many blessings to you. I will see you in the astral plane on this fine night, Casper. Information passes through the light. The payment he's saying he needs help with is the mortgage all of a sudden. Oh my, of course. Oh, no, my goodness. Doesn't he have another house he can sell? Oh my goodness, Rose. Lord. That's too much. It's too much, too much. That is too much. All right, Miss Sandy Reyes, what do we have for Sandy? What does Sandy need to know? Well, yeah, he knows you won't help with the motorcycle because you don't even want him to have it. That's what that is. Oh, can't reach. Ah. Goodness. Okay, let's see. What does Sandy need to know tonight? Got the spirit itches with you, Sandra. Sandra. Tell me what Sandy needs to know tonight. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. We're putting out a lot of energy and effort. Okay, I see you. The Wheel in reverse. It seems like we're feeling a little stuck right now. I feel like I've done all I can do and I'm pooped. I'm exhausted. I feel like I've given everything that I have. And I'm tired and I feel like I'm stuck and I'm waiting for some kind of inspiration. I'm waiting for something to change. I'm waiting for karma. We talked about karma the other night. There's no such thing as good karma. There's good luck and bad karma, right? Good luck and bad karma. I see you wanting to move on from this. I see you wanting to get away from it. This feels like something that, yes, I'm looking for an apartment and they've been dead ends. You're feeling stuck. You're feeling drained. You're waiting for a miracle. It feels some kind of inspiration. It's very overwhelming, and I understand that. You might need to look in a different area. Okay? As in moving more than just in the same town, but maybe to a different town close by. Okay, we need to look at it from a new perspective is what I'm seeing with the Page of Swords. Because this is getting you nowhere. You have the Ace of Wands in reverse. We're feeling like there's no opportunities. The Ten of Wands, we're feeling very overwhelmed and stressed mentally. King of Swords in reverse. It's all inside your head. It's all just overwhelming. You're thinking about it, stressing it all the time. Can't find something. Look outside of the box. You're looking in a box. There's nothing in the box. Look outside of it. Okay? So we need to just see what's out there. All right. Perhaps it's time for you to have a new beginning. Two of Wands. Look at what your options are. Look at your options. The world is your oyster. Look at your options. Page of Swords. Yes, I'm tired of driving 45 miles to work and back. There are other jobs. If you have to move, okay, look. If you have to move and the universe is not providing you a place to move where you could commute from that job, perhaps you're supposed to change to a different employer. I'm just putting it out there, okay? I'm just trying to get you to look outside of the box, okay? That's it. If what you need is not inside of that box, look outside the box. And the Sun card. Everything that you will need will be provided for you if you look in the right direction. You're only allowing yourself to see this much of the possibilities. There's all of this still. Okay? Take off the blinders off the horsies and allow yourself to run towards your destiny. What does Cash App look like on the App Store? It looks like this guy. It looks like a green money sign. Donna, can you see? Let me looks like that. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome, darling. So, Sandy, that's similar to what my son said yesterday to look here in Kingsville, where I'm staying currently, because it's less expensive. And the universe just validated that message for you. Okay. He told you that yesterday. I'm telling you this today. Look elsewhere. That is validating the message that your son gave you. That is what you should be doing. I'm so glad you said that, Donna. That's awesome. Your son really is a very intuitive person. Maybe you should take his advice more often, since he seems to be channeling the divine to you. Right? Your son's giving you them high up and mighty messages. Yes, he's very intuitive. Well, now you know. He definitely is very intuitive, and we got to give him a listen. He knows what he is about. He's a triple Leo. Oh my. Wow. That's interesting. Look, a 3. 3 came out when I said that. The 3 of Cups. 3 for triple. That's interesting. Well, yeah, it is going to be lower. You're right, Elspeth. Things will be, yeah. It's cheaper to live there. But if you're driving 45 minutes, and I'm sure you're tired of the commute, but if it's less expensive to live there, it's going to cause you less anxiety and less, stress, because you're not trying to come up with all this extra for living expenses. Another 3. Another 3. The 3 of Pentacles. Let's see what else we can get. I shit you not. 3 of Swords. What's going on? I just got a 333 for your 333 triple Leo. How's that? Just got a 333 for that. Let's look. Angel number 333 meaning. Encourages to set plans into action and let your personal strength be the guide, to trust yourself and put thought into your choices. Well, the universe is speaking to you. You just got to listen. I just wanted to be closer to the beach and drive 10 minutes instead of 45 minutes. Oh, girl, I feel you on that. I mean, if I could live close to the beach too, I totally would. But there isn't anything available right now. So it could just be that it's not the right time. Maybe you should find a 6-month lease, Although I feel like the wintertime would be the best time to get a good rate at a close beach rental. Maybe it's just not the right time. You know what I mean? Maybe you got to wait a little while. So, I don't know. I'm about to drink this whole thing. Good Lord. I'm so thirsty. Maybe your son wants to come do my job. Tell him to come on over. Him and I will do readings together. We'll do them on live together. Him and I. We could just give people intuitive guidance. What's his first name? You just gave me chills. The universe is trying to speak to you. Marcus? Perfect. I just met a Marcus on Tinder the other day. Was it Tinder? Yes. We're having lunch tomorrow. It's not your son. I'm just saying, synchronicities are real. Okay. Yes, by all means, tell him. Let's do some readings. He's the one that just had a newborn son. I love it so much. I love some babies. I wish I had some babies around me. My neighbor that just had a baby a few months ago just moved out. Her and her husband got a place. No new babies around me anymore. There should be a thing where you can go and hold people's babies. How come you can do that with puppies and stuff at PetSmart, but you can't do that with people's babies unless you work at a nursery? I don't want to do it all the time. Like, I don't want to have to do it as a job. But can somebody please let me hold their baby for a few minutes? Because God, is it me? Is it weird? Is it weird? Here's your sign. Yeah, I remember that song. He's a month old. Aw. How cute. Babies. I love me some babies. Okay. I drank all my water. I'm going to have to go to the little girl's room because I drank all my water. I don't know what size this is. It doesn't say. It doesn't say on it, but not at all weird. I think they should do, I know people are weird about their babies. And I know they're like, I don't want anyone touching my baby. But if you're healthy, and like you just love holding babies because they're amazing, how come they can't have a business? Like I would pay $20 for somebody to just let me hold their baby for like 20 minutes. Just the snuggles, the baby smell and the little tiny toes and fingers, and they're just so flippin' cute. I would pay. No, that's the daughter-in-law that said he was coming on Monday and he was born on Monday. Well, she knew, like they knew. It's not going to lead, Elspeth, it's not going to lead to pregnancy. I don't have a uterus. Hi, Lori. Okay, let's check it out. You mean Venmo? Was it Venmo? Was it Venmo? I got something on Venmo from a Lori. Is that you? Or is that a different Lori? I don't know. Is that you? Venmo? Okay. Just making sure it's the right person. Because there's more than one Lori. I mean, I think you're the most important one. But absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime, Sandy, anytime at all. You look for something close by, do a 6-month lease and see what happens in 6 months, huh? Okay, Lori. Just making sure. Let's see what the universe wants to tell you tonight, my dearest. Hello, Mary Lynn from Canada. How are you today? I got the Ace of Pentacles, so this is a new opportunity coming towards you, Lori, for you to be decisive. To use your brain, to use your creative power. I'm very well, thank you, Miss Mary Lynn. Those are just the cards I saw. That was a little mini message for you. Now we got the Queen of Swords here, which is somebody who not necessarily thinking clearly, somebody who's letting their thoughts be controlled by their emotions. Okay. Somebody who is not using the best decision-making process. Okay. You have the Ace of Cups in reverse next to that. So somebody is definitely coming from a place of emotion instead of reasoning, rational. Okay. We're letting our emotions dictate our actions right now. Hello, Miss Linda. How are you? So we're letting our emotions guide us right now. This is not always a good thing. Miss Lori, did you hear anything from the interview? I have not heard from the interview, but I do have another job thing going that I'm going through the process of right now with the pre-screening. And Monday, I'm taking part in a team conference where I learn about the company that wants me to work for them. So it's a different company, but yes, thank you. That would be me letting my emotions guide me. Okay. That would be me. My nose is itchy with you. So you have the Three of Pentacles coming out. It's almost like I'm doing things because I want other people to like me. Like I'm making these decisions because I feel like people will look up to me and think, oh, she's doing this for us. She's doing this because she cares about us. She's doing this because she's a good person. When really, you just want them to like you. Miss Lori. You don't want people to be upset with you. Okay? So when you make your decisions, you look at how people are going to view these decisions instead of whether or not they're the right decisions to make. You look at how they're going to be received. Okay? I always do things for other people based on what they're going to think. Yep. And you don't think about it. You just do it. The Hermit in reverse is like you don't ever put any thought into it. You just make these decisions based on what your heart is telling you other people want. And here you are with the Eight of Pentacles coming out, just working your little butt off. Just working your little butt off, trying to please everyone. Oh, you like my shirt? Bossy and blessed. That's me. Them girls, they're blessed. And here we are, just toiling away. Not thinking about ourselves, thinking about everybody else. Six of Wands in reverse. Six of Cups. Can y'all hear my cat? Like almost snoring? Y'all ever heard a cat snore? That's what it sounds like. Absolutely. No thought to yourself. You have the Six of Cups in reverse. I want to get a clarifier on this because I don't know what exactly we're stuck in the mindset of. Unless this is childhood programming. I mean, it could be childhood programming. Can you hear that? I should get a little tiny kitty nasal spray for her. What are we stuck? What are we stuck in? Show me. Where is this? We're stuck in the past. We're stuck in the past. And we need to leave that. We're stuck in the programming of the past. So once upon a time, Lori was a little girl who felt the need to make everyone around her happy so that she felt safe. So that she could feel safe in her environment. Okay. This is running deeper than a tarot card reading, Lori. Knight of Swords in reverse. It just feels like it's a break pattern. It feels like we have done the same thing our whole lives. We have put ourselves last in every situation. We have done everything we could possibly do for everyone around us that we love. And it feels like I have to turn that love inward. I feel like that's the next step in your journey. Hi, Joshua. How are you? Yes, I am. I thought it might be. She's just person reverse. Yeah. Could be. It feels like it's time for you to turn all that love inward. Like it honestly feels like it's time for you to love Lori in a way that you have never loved her before. And all the love that you have been pouring out of your heart, you need to keep it right here for yourself. You need to keep it centered in your chest. This is a period in human history where generation upon generation upon generation have been selflessly providing for other people. My mother just passed and I've had to step up because no one else would. Oh, I understand. That's very difficult, and I am so sorry to hear of your mother's passing. Sending you so much love in this very difficult time. I am so sorry for your loss. Like, that's really hard. That is so flippin' hard. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, your mom, your mom knows how hard it's been for you. She definitely does. And maybe she's the one that's trying to get you to see. I'm so freaking dizzy right now. I don't know what happened to her, but I just got so dizzy when I started talking about her. I don't know what happened to her, but whew. Okay. I'm not trying to find out, Mom. I'm just trying to give this message. Okay. I feel like you spent your whole life running from yourself. That we have just not wanted to look too closely in the mirror at little Lori because we feel like she is unlovable. And we feel like the only way that people will love us is if we do for them and provide for them and be needed. She passed out before her death. Okay. Because I just got so freaking dizzy. Being needed is not the same as being loved. I can tell you that from experience. One of these days, you're going to realize that you're just needed, that you've made yourself indispensable, that people depend on you. But if somebody were to offer them exactly the same thing, would they still need you? No. And that is really hard to face. The fact that we make ourselves indispensable for people because we feel like that's love. Well, they need us, so they must love us. No, they just need you. You have created a place for yourself in their life that fills a need for them. That's not love. It's an act of service. You're showing love by that act of service. But that's not how they're giving it back to you, because they don't give it back to you. There is no active service in return. Saying I love you are just words. It's not an act of service, right? That's right. Because you are giving from your heart an act of love, an act of service, which is a form of love communication, an act of service. And you are giving of your cup of love, and you are pouring it out and pouring it out and pouring into other people's cups whenever they need you. This is your cup. It's empty because you keep pouring it out and pouring it out and giving and giving and giving and giving, and nobody is pouring into your cup. Not even you. What do you think will happen when you keep pouring out, pouring out, pouring out? Eventually, you're going to run out. And then what happens? Well, these so-and-sos never gave back to me, and now it's time for me to resent them for all the things that I gave them that they never gave back to me. And what is that? That is a lack of love. Resentment is a lack of love. And that's where we are at when we have an empty cup. We start resenting every single person that we poured into that probably didn't even ask us to. We just did it because we love them. And we want them to be happy. We want their needs to be met. And we never said, hey, can you give me some back? That would make me feel loved. Can you do this for me? That would make me feel loved in return. We don't do that. We just expect them to know. And we pour out, and we pour out, and we pour out. And then we're pissed off because they don't give it back. How will they know? They don't know. They just know that you're nice enough to give something. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. That's like going around giving compliments. How many times have you heard somebody say, just learn to accept the compliment? You don't have to give one back. People say that. If you cannot find something nice to say back to a person, you need to spend some more time with yourself. Because I can find something nice to say about everyone. These are the people that you're pouring into. The ones that are like, just learn to accept the compliment and take it and say thank you. You run from the love that others try to give you. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Why are you running away from love? What does love represent to you? Does it represent responsibility? Or are you just so dead set on not being worthy of love that you will not accept it from people who want to give it to you? Turning away from love is easier than dealing with the pain of losing. Is it? Truly? Or is it exactly the same emotion? Aren't you losing love every time you turn away from it? You're literally breaking your own heart. denying loving relationships in your life, denying loving people in your life. You're breaking your own heart every single time. Every single time you turn away from somebody who wants to love you. It's not easier than losing. Losing people is a broken heart. You're losing people every time you deny them. Hello, Miss Wendy. How are you? It reflects back on how I feel about myself. Now, say it with me, Lori. Say it with me now. I hate myself. Gosh, it's so strong, isn't it? I can't stand myself. I detest everything about myself. There is nothing lovable about me. I hate myself. How could anyone possibly love me? It must be a lie. She doesn't deserve to be loved. She's horrible. She's fake. She's self-serving. She's lazy. Come on, let's give voice to these intrusive thoughts. Let's speak it, because you tell yourself all of these things. What is the one thing that you tell yourself the most? What is it? What do you tell yourself most? I don't deserve love. And when you say that to yourself, what do you see in your mind? Because I know that is coming from somewhere. What moment do you see from your childhood when you tell yourself that? I don't deserve love. I have too many faults. Take me back to when you knew without a shadow of a doubt that you did not deserve love. Where were you? Who told you that? I'll screw it up somehow. Who told you that? So your mom or your dad? Who told you that? Had to be one or the other. Because those two people are supposed to love us no matter what. Right? My brother. You'll screw it up somehow, your brother says. You never do anything right, Lori, your brother says. Is this your older brother? Yep, your older brother. So somebody that you look up to as a child, somebody that you esteem, somebody that you love, that could probably do no wrong in your book because he's your brother, your only brother. So here we are, a little girl, looking up to and adoring our only brother. And he's telling us, you're a screw up. You can't do anything right. You're going to mess it up. You don't know how to do anything. I used to look up to him. Yeah. Of course, we all want to emulate the people around us that we love, that we see. They become like a hero to us. My daughter used to want to be just like my older daughter. She used to want to be just like her. And then she got a little bit older and she started seeing maybe she's not without her faults too. Maybe she's not perfect. Maybe she's not the role model that I should have. Maybe if she had said things like that to my little girl would be thinking to herself, gee, they're not perfect. They're not without their own faults. And maybe, just maybe, she would realize, if that happened, that maybe my older daughter was just projecting her own insecurities onto her. Maybe that could be true. So maybe, just maybe, your brother, who you thought was perfect at one time, that you looked up to and adored and loved unconditionally and wanted to love you back, was maybe just projecting his own insecurities onto you because he didn't know how to process those as a child for himself. And maybe we should look at that as an adult and say to ourselves, well, looking back, my brother was not without his own faults, and he was not perfect. And he didn't have the right to make me feel like I was not worthy of love just because he had his own insecurities. Right? I'm the total opposite of him. Right? I do believe that. So maybe we can look back at young Lori and maybe give her a little bit of a pep talk, because it seems to me like we are stuck in this mentality of this little young girl who looks up to this less than perfect brother. And maybe we can look at that and see he wasn't without his faults either. He still deserves love, right? I mean, you still love him. There's a part of you that loves him. He's your brother, right? You love him. Right? You love him. Even though he's not perfect, you might not like who he has become as a person, but you love him, right? You'd be upset if something happened to him. Yeah, part of me loves him. That's the innocent part of you that knows that he's your brother, he's your family. And you love him. You might not like him, you might not respect him, but you love him. And maybe we can look back at little Lori and maybe try to see her a little bit more accurately and give her some of the love and forgiveness that she deserves for not being perfect when she was a kid. Because none of us are perfect. I mean, none of us are perfect. None of us will ever be perfect. What is perfect anyway? I mean, he's all the family you have left now. Yeah. I would suggest, Lori, if you could try for just 1 minute, okay, just 1 minute of your day. I want you to try this, okay? It's going to be hard. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to be hard and you're probably going to cry. I'm just going to put that out there, all right? But this is going to help you, okay? So I want you to try it. Can you promise that you will just try this exercise one time for me? Okay? One time. 1 minute, one time in your life. I want you to do something for me. Okay? I promise. Okay. I want you, when you get off of this live stream, I want you to go into your bathroom. I want you to turn the light on and I want you to stand in front of the mirror. And I want you to look at yourself in the mirror. Okay? Look right in your eyes in the mirror like you're looking at somebody else. You are staring somebody right in the eye. And I want you to look right into your eyes. And I want you to repeat after me. You deserve love. I love you. You deserve love. I love you. And I want you to say that for a solid minute. Put a timer on your phone if you have to. I want you to keep repeating that. Look into your own eyes and you say that. You deserve love. I love you. And just keep saying that for 1 minute. And then turn the light off and leave the bathroom. Go watch TV, go do whatever you want. Okay? And then you go to sleep. And the next day, I want you to go into the bathroom, turn the light on, and look in the mirror and see if you look the same. Do you notice anything different about you? And I want you to come and tell me, okay? Will you do that for me? It will be tough, but I will do it. 1 minute, set a timer on your phone. Everybody can do this exercise, okay? You do this exercise, everyone. All right? You let me know tomorrow after you wake up. Go look at yourself and see if you notice any changes. Okay? 1 minute, 60 seconds of your life. It's all it takes to create a ripple, a change. It's all it takes. 1 minute. All right. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay? I'm already so grateful that you're willing to try that. That you haven't even done it yet. And I'm so grateful. I think you're amazing. I think you're amazing. And I think inside of you, you know, deep inside of you, you know that you deserve love. That little girl knows that she deserves to be loved. She knows. And that's why you're willing to try. Misty told me this nearly 2 years ago, and it works. It does work. It does. And Elspeth, your life has changed a lot in the last 2 years, hasn't it? We got rid of people that were taking advantage of us, and she displayed a lot of self-love. And she continues to display self-love every day. It's amazing. That is amazing. Living testimony. Living testimony that it works. Right? Okay. 1,000 times better than you were 2 years ago. Exactly. 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 All right. And on that note, I believe that we will say good evening. Good Friday evening. I do have a lunch date tomorrow at 11. So I'm going to get on with myself. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Oh, Linda. Linda's got great news to share. Why'd you wait till the end, Linda? We could have been riding high on all these fabulous vibes. Just a quick message before you go. I had my CT scan and cancer clear, and I can get my port out. Woohoo! That's awesome. I love it. I love that. Fabulous news. High 10. Good job. I knew you could do it. I just missed you. I cried like a baby your first private reading. She did you. It's okay. That was a lot of pent up emotion, you know. Sometimes we got to let that out. That's all we need is just permission to feel our feelings. And you have permission. You can feel whatever feelings you have. It's okay. All right. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for all your donations. I love you so much and I appreciate you. If you're interested in getting a private reading with me, I am available on Facebook, Misty the Medium 2. You can click on this video wherever it's coming from. That is my page. You can message me through my page if you'd like to book a private reading with me. My readings are $60 for 30 minutes, or 60-minute reading is $100. So you get a $20 discount if you book for an hour. You can also contact me through my website, www.quantumcatalysthealing.com. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight.